Good morning, Cooper Academy. Welcome to another edition of Breaking News. And now here's your host, coming to you live from the office, Mr. Perez.
Oh, good morning, and welcome to a special edition, nearly 100 days of school edition of Breaking News. That's right. It's Mr. Perez coming to you live here in Cougar Country. Another edition of Breaking News where we handle the issues and topics impacting our lives here in Cougar Country. As you can see, it's been a very wearing first 100 days of school. I know you young whippersnappers are doing some kind of Facebook challenge right now. Show me your photo, your first photo, and show me it now, 10 years later. Well, I'm just showing you, this is what it looks like after 100 days of school here in Cougar Country. It's just been wearing on me. Some say I've aged a little. I say I look like a distinguished gentleman. Yes, but I digress. So, today in Breaking News, we have some topics we need to cover. The first one is we're going to be looking at the interim exam. And why do we have interim exams? Because we have an interim exam coming up in the next few weeks. That's very important. So the interim exam is coming. And I might have a special prize for those of you who do really well on that interim exam. Yes. We're going to go over our learner profile. A learner profile is reflective. That's right. We're going to be reflective today. Yes. And then we're also going to honor our staff member. Our staff member. We're going to say cheers to the staff member of the month. So, without further ado, let's get started on this special 100 days of school. Almost 100 days. It'll be Friday. I know Friday's 100 days, but I just wanted to get it kicked off early because that's what I do. That's what old man does, is he's super prepared ahead of time. I iron this sweater at least 3 years in advance. So, without further ado, let's get started.
Coming up next, our news segment. I be me, 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 I be me.
Oh, sorry about that. I was right in the middle of being reflective. Yeah, that's right. I was being reflective because the learner profile of this month is being reflective. Now, what does it mean to be reflective here at Cooper Academy? Well, if you're reflective, then you think about and reflect on. I know my English teachers say I can't use the root word reflect to describe reflective, but you are able to look back and examine your past experiences and the past experience of others to help guide you to make good decisions in the present and in the future when you're making good choices. So if I'm being reflective, I'm able to take a look at myself, take a look at my own actions, and reflect upon whether it was a good choice or a not so good choice that I need to improve upon in my next adventure, in my next action, in the next decision that I make, I'm able to be reflective in doing so.
Indeed. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop playing Baby Shark.
Why?
Because that's not the song we're playing.
But Canon and Dee's boring.
I don't care. Stop. Bethany, go outside.
Fine.
And put the violin back.
Cut.
So one of the ways that we can be reflective, part of being reflective, is looking at and receiving feedback from others. Your teachers give you feedback and ask you to be reflective every time that they give you back an assignment with a score, a rubric that tells you how you did in certain area and certain criteria on an assignment or an exam. But it's your job as a Cooper Scholars all out there to go back and look at and receive and go through and examine how you can be better the next time or how you did on that particular assignment or task at hand.
Bethany, what did you do wrong? I played Baby Shark instead of Canon and Dee. I yelled at the teacher and I disrupted the class. This is why you have to be reflective, Bethany.
We want to make sure that we are being reflective also as a school and as a staff here. And so we ask for you to give us feedback in the next coming weeks through a climate and culture survey. Yes, I said it, a climate and culture survey. Now, what a survey is an opportunity for you to help us be reflective as a school and decide where we've been doing really well as a school and where we need to improve as a school. So just like if I went to Starbucks, oh, that's good stuff. That's what really gets me going is the Starbucks. Thank goodness for caffeine. Without Starbucks, without them being reflective, they wouldn't know how they can become a better coffee house or company. So you're able to go online and tell the organization, "Dear Starbucks, I really enjoy your coffee. It's so delicious. It just makes my day when I show up to your coffee place and drink your coffee goodness. And the service of your employees is just so wonderful." Now, if you notice in me giving them feedback, I'm saying some of the good things that I really enjoy about Starbucks. But there's also an opportunity, if someone really wants to be reflective, to say the areas where they need to improve. Now, I can also say, "Dear Starbucks, one area where you need to improve is you got all these fancy, schmancy names for what size of coffee I'm going to get. You got a venti and a chimenti and a tall and a grande and a nacho bel grande, and you got all these things. You make my head just spin. You make all my hair fall out. Just call it a small, medium, and large. Why do you got to do that for?" So I can also give them feedback on how they need to improve on something called a survey. You're going to get a chance in the next few weeks to take a survey around the culture and climate of the school. Now it's going to ask you questions like, do you feel safe at this school? Or is there an adult here on campus, just one adult, any adult who cares about you here on campus? Or do you feel comfortable here learning, or do your teachers push you to be more successful every day here on campus? And you're going to give us a chance to be reflective as a school and look at ways that we can improve if you don't feel safe, or if you don't feel like someone cares about you, if you think we need another club, or we need another activity, or we need to work on the environment that we have as a school, or if we're doing a great job, you're going to get to tell us through that survey. Every student will have an opportunity to do that, and you'll get a chance to do that online on these fancy things called computers. I don't know if you've heard of those. Computers. You're going to get to do that online through the intranet, through the sky. You're going to get to do that. It's interesting how that works. I don't even know how that works because I'm just old man Perez, 36 years old. Thank you so much for helping me be reflective. I hope that you go out and be reflective and are able to receive that feedback and use it and have some actions that go along with being reflective during this month of January. So if you need feedback, or you want to ask your teacher how you can improve, do that this week, the beginning of this quarter. Ask them how you can be a better student. What are things you need to do to be a better writer or a better reader? The things that you need to do to be the Cooper Scholar you were meant to be and be reflective. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to one of my favorite segments, where we get to honor the hard work of an outstanding staff member here on campus. Today, that staff member that we want to recognize has gone beyond the call of duty. That staff member received 16, I don't know if I got 16 fingers, 16 nominations from students here on campus. That teacher is Mrs. Fitzpatrick. That's right. Some of you young whippersnappers call her Mrs. Fitz. That's right. Miss Fitzpatrick is the winner of the Outstanding Staff Member of the Month, according to the feedback that she received from students. Let me check my old how do you say, iPad, this wonderful new piece of technology. Dear Mr. Perez, Mrs. Fitz deserves this nomination because she is so kind to all the students on campus. She is always there to listen and guide me through rough waters. She's there to listen to me and help me in reading and writing and help me become a better student and scholar here at Cooper Academy. All right, so congratulations to Mrs. Fitz. There's 16 nominations, so I can't read all 16. I'm just going to read one. So if you see Miss Fitz around campus, you tell her congratulations for being the Outstanding Staff Member of the Month. Great job, Mrs. Fitz, and we'll be right back. Oh, welcome back. I'm just trying out this new device, it's supposed to help measure what you know just by hooking it up to the side of your brain or the side of your ear. I bought it off of Amazon. It was on sale. Sure, it works. But unfortunately, I don't think it does. The only tool that we have right now that we use as a school to measure your level of understanding of the standards of the state of California is exams, quizzes, tests, and assessments. So fortunately and unfortunately, every so often your teacher will assign an exam, something that is being taken by all students throughout our district, and one of those opportunities is coming up. Our district interim 2 is coming up in a couple weeks. So you guys took interim 1 at the beginning of the year, and now it's time for interim 2. It is a common assessment that is given throughout the district to measure your understanding of ELA and math standards. Now, I wish we had just a tool to hook up to your brain that I can just plug it in and I can say, oh, this student knows all the standards that we've taught in 8th grade from the beginning of the year until now. Congratulations. And just a little, let's say 90% comes, a little percentage mark just comes off the top of your head right here, just pops up, or maybe right here on your forehead. 50% only understood half of what was going on. Well, I wish I had a tool like that, but I don't. Okay? So the easiest thing that we have, the best thing that we have right now to measure that is the interim assessment. Hey, do your best on that test so we can truly know where you're at as far as level of understanding. As an added bonus, yes, an added bonus to that, as an incentive to get you going, the student from each class that scores the highest on their math interim or their ELA interim will receive a lunch with good old Mr. Perez. That's right. You will win. Last time we had pizza. I'm going to see if we can try to do something a little bit different. Maybe we'll do something else that's tastier and being reflective. Maybe there's something else you like other than pizza. You will receive lunch with all the top students from every class. So we will choose a student from every math and ELA class that you're a part of. The top scorer on that interim exam will come eat with me, good old Mr. Perez. So I look forward to seeing you all do well on that interim. It does help us decide and kind of measure where we're at and where we need to improve on and be reflective as a school or as a teaching staff. What do we need to improve on? What standards do we need to continue to work on? And what are the things that you're doing really well? So we want you to be able to show us on that interim and you put your best foot forward and do your best on that test. Yes, that's so bright. Do your best on the test. That's so cool. All right, we will be right back. All right, welcome back. They just don't make iPads like they used to 100 days ago. To wrap things up, we talked about the interim and we're looking forward to that. Do your best on that test. That's a funny joke. Do your best on the test so we can measure how well you understood those standards from this first part of the year, and we can see some growth, maybe some growth from interim 1 to interim 2. That's what we're looking for, is to see if you young whippersnappers grew over the first 100 days. Yeah, so we look forward to your seeing that growth on interim 2. We also went over our learner profile for the month, which is being reflective. That's right, being reflective and looking and examining our past actions and decisions and moving forward and building upon those past actions and decisions to inform our future so we can make good informed decisions and receive that feedback. We also within there learned about the climate and culture survey that you're going to get to give us some feedback and help us be reflective of the things that we're doing really well and some of the things that we need to improve upon as a school. So I'm looking forward to that. We also recognize Mrs. Fitz. Congratulations, Mrs. Fitz. Mrs. Fitzpatrick on being our staff member of the month. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I look forward to seeing all of you in Cougar Country. And as always,